Hey guys, I'm Stomping Plastic, aka Yanah Montero, and these are 5 songs that sound like a hug. Essentially, I'll be talking about some of my comfort songs, and I've also made an illustrated slideshow that you can check out on Instagram. I'll leave the link down below. For our first song, we have Carrie by Dylan Tom.
She my baby, yes, she the whole sky.
It was released as a single earlier this year on May 2nd, 2025. Carrie is absolutely one of my favorite songs at the moment, and I've been hooked on it ever since the teasers. And one thing that it does warm me up on a cold day, that's for sure. I'm genuinely obsessed and in love with this song. I loop and talk about it all the time. It actually really reminds me of my dog, especially in the line, "She my baby, yes, she the whole sky." A day or so after it came out, I wrote a really long blog post about it on Tumblr and how I listened to it on a long, gloomy walk home. It's genuinely the perfect song to listen to when the air is crisp, and the music video captures everything I feel about it and more. You should definitely give it a listen if you've got the time. But what am I kidding? You better listen to all of these songs. That's why I'm talking about them. For our next song, we have Or Something by Ryan Hall. I personally wasn't there when it came out, so I'm not sure if it was a single or not, but for the sake of this video, I'll just say that it was released alongside the rest of his project, or EP, called I've Never Felt Loved Quite Like. I thought all of those 5 songs were brilliant and well crafted, but this was my hug in a song because I went on a road trip back in January with my family from SoCal all the way to Arizona, and all I wanted to listen to was Or Something. So I did. I looped it during all 8 hours to our destination, through our whole stay, and 8 hours back home, and definitely more. I found out about his music through that song because I was looking for new things to add to my playlist for the trip, but I ended up not looking anywhere else after that. Ryan Hall's music always does it for me because it's the perfect mix of math rock, pop, and electronic influences. Also, I'm pretty sure he calls it angst pop, and I think that's pretty fitting as well. I think that variety in his music, along with how his genres perfectly fluctuate, especially in that song, has really made me develop a stronger love for diverse elements in production. Although the meaning of this song is more about a relationship between 2 people that aren't supposed to be together, and is probably more of a back hug or one-sided hug, it's still a hug to me because of how it gave me a deeper appreciation to a lot of things. Funny story, I actually met Ryan Hall outside of the Glaive show in February, and I tried to tell him about what the song meant to me, but I wasn't thinking very clearly, so it probably came out as mumbles or something. Also, by the end of the time this video comes out, it'll be the day that I get to see him open for Michael Clifford at the Fonda, and it'll be super duper fun! For the third song that sounds like a hug is Play My Guitar by Venturing. Venturing, which is one pseudonym of many under Jane Remover's side projects, where Jane's typical songs are more high production, hyper pop, and focus in a more digital world. Venturing serves more of a low fidelity indie rock sound and more band-like structured songs. And to say that I've shed so many tears to this song would be an understatement. This song was released alongside Venturing's debut record, Ghost Holding, on February 14, 2025. I can genuinely smell the moment that I listened to the album for the first time. I've also written about Ghost Holding on my blog as it first came out. If you want to check it out, I'll put it somewhere. And as you may have figured out by now, I like looping things until something new comes out, so of course this was obviously one of the strong contenders. It's always comforting to know you aren't alone in what happens in life, and music was, and always will be my go-to comforter, and that's what hugs are all about. To be honest with you guys, this song is pretty devastating, and just as the rest of the album, but I was equally as sad when it came out, so this song was definitely a safety net for me. Feels Like I'm Changing by Kenny Titus is like a hug of acceptance. I've always found myself relating to Kenny Titus's music, especially in some of her selflessness. This song to me resembles the feeling of waking up from that and accepting things on your own instead of relying on other people to confirm it for you. Additionally, none of us are getting any younger, and change is inevitable. Whether this form of acceptance feels like success or defeat, this song reminds me that things will always end up where they need to be. I love how beautiful this song is and how gentle the vocals and instrumentals are. This song came out with Kenny's EP Juliet back in September 2024. I was actually at her show when that project was first released. It even had a different cover photo which I drew out and gifted her afterwards. She was just as psyched about it as I was, and she was really sweet, and it was nice to meet an artist that has work you admire and then have them mutually appreciate your art right back. And last but not least, to conclude our 5 songs that sound like a hug, is Care by Patchy Mate.
Tell me everything you know about me. So what am I to you? Wouldn't lie to you. What am I to you?
Along with the rest of their EP called Ecosystem, it holds a bunch of my favorite songs too. The drum break near the end of the song embodies a twist the knife moment for me, and in this context, it would be like a squeeze hug or a desperate hug that is trying to hold tighter. This song is like a decline to pity when you start to realize that you're worth more than what others take you for. This hug is not exchanged between the speaker and the person that they're referring to in the song, but rather to themselves and taking a step up from that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will name a few honorable mentions here, such as Dizzy on the Calm Down by Turnover, Untitled Track number by the Tony So Far, Wine by Mac, My Day One, Ego Death by Curtains, Bed You Made by Ella Woolsey, and I Heart Barcelona by Tommy Fleece. And as always, stay awesome, stay creative, stay possum, I don't know. Smell you later. Listen to these songs. Have a little hug, I guess. Bye. Drop the bass.